This question was left on another one of my videos and I thought it would make an interesting, though perhaps a bit geeky video. You will often see cacti and succulents mentioned independently of each other. For instance, it's always succulent and cacti potting mix or a product suitable for succulents and cacti. It's as if the two were completely different things, and they kind of are and are not at the same time. I've heard this explanation years ago and I think it sums up the two perfectly. It basically said all cacti are succulents, but not all succulents are cacti. In my opinion, to understand this statement better, we need to identify the two separately. And this is where we go plant geek mode. In this video, we'll have a look at the textbook definition of the term succulent plant and cactus. Based on that, we'll also try and explain why the two are separate terms. The word succulent comes from the Latin word succus, which translates to juice or sap. In botany, succulent plant, or as most of us call them succulents, are plants possessing succulent tissues or parts that are thickened and fleshy. These swollen parts are an adaptation for water storage purposes. Not all, but most succulent plants come from arid and semi-arid environments and are found in over 60 plant families. Succulent plants have the ability to store water in leaves, stems, as well as roots, though some sources exclude roots. This is due to the fact that many plants that would not typically be regarded as a succulent would fall into the category just because they have bulbous swollen roots. Most succulents have developed what is called crusulacane acid metabolism as part of their adaptation to dry and arid conditions. This means that succulents can photosynthesize during the day but do not exchange gases until it gets dark. Normally, plants take in carbon dioxide through their stomata during the day, and as part of this process, water also escapes the plant. To avoid losing too much water, succulents keep their stomata shut during the day and open them at night. Although this adaptation is not unique to succulents, the great majority, including cacti, will have the ability to do it. The definition of a cactus is a succulent plant with a thick fleshy stem which typically bears scales or spines instead of leaves and produces colorful flowers. The word cactus is derived through the Latin word cardoon, which is an artichoke thistle growing sharp spines. It is believed that the Greek word cactus came into existence thanks to the Latin word cardoon when a Greek philosopher Theophrastus described a spiny plant. Plants that are classed as cacti are members of a plant family called Cactuses. There are about 127 genera within this family. So, cacti are succulents, but other succulents not belonging to the family Cactusae are for the most part unlike cacti. Cacti, unlike succulents, have lost their true leaves. Instead, they have spines growing from arrows, which are a defining feature of all cacti. Arrows are small bumps that can be light or dark colored. Other non-cacti succulents do not have these. While cacti usually have only swollen stems, other succulents can have swollen leaves as well as stems and even flower stems. Because cacti have lost their true leaves, photosynthesis is only carried out via the swollen stem. The last difference is that cacti are native exclusively to Americas. They don't grow in other parts of the world, only in cultivation. Succulents that are not cacti can be found almost on every continent. There are quite a few wannabe cacti that certainly look the part. These spiky succulents are visually very similar to cacti but lack some of the defining features. They often also have leaves. Some of the best tricksters can be found in the Euphorbia genus. Euphorbia milli is perhaps one of the best examples. but euphorbia lack arrows and have thorns rather than spines. This Pachypodium succulentum could be mistaken for a cactus too. But again, it lacks arrows and has leaves. Stapelia and Huernia too look like cacti but lack arrows, and despite looking spiky, the pointy growth is soft. Although agave are nowhere near the typical cactus shape, their super sharp thorns can sometimes confuse people. The only characteristics agave share with cacti are the ability to store water and to stab you. And on that note, it's time to end. I hope this video was useful, and if you'd like to add anything or would like to ask a question, you can do so in the comments below. To learn more about succulents, hit the subscribe button or go to succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you very much for watching.